So telecommunication, another example where FICA can be used, because here also this is called IST, industry specific. Oops.
Got it.
So telecommunication, another example where FICA can be used, because here also this is called IST, industry specific. Oops.
Got it.
So telecommunication, another example where FICA can be used, because here also this is called IST, industry specific. Oops.
Hi, Subhadra, I lost your voice while explaining PSCD and TRM. Could you repeat again, please?
Okay, sure. So PSCD TRM, my recording is. So PSCD TRM, public sector collection and disbursement. TRM is tax and revenue management. So here the government, if the government wants to keep track of the revenues, so whatever tax we are paying, that is revenue for them. So each government wants to keep track of the revenues, so they are not losing on the revenue. They can create each taxpayer as a business partner, and that way they can identify how much tax needs to be collected, and accordingly they can send the collection reminder, because as you know, whenever the due dates are missed, heavy penalties are added into our into our incomes, like income taxes are there. Similarly in GST as well, there are quarterly reports, quarterly return filing. If anything is missed, accordingly the penalties are there. So if they want to automate this system, then the PSCD or TRM module can be introduced. Now, I have never worked in PSCD and TRM. I had an opportunity, but I realized that the industry is still not, groomed enough. Because if I joined that company, although it was for Dubai, but I realized that if I go there, the future is still. I mean, TRM is not being used by. Maybe one or two company they are only doing the TRM, so it will be limited. Okay, so I have trained a couple of TRM consultants as well. I have always advised them, if you get an opportunity, just move out from TRM, because it is still not it is still not that matured yet. Okay. So next is telecommunication, IST. This is for again your mobile connection. Lots of customers are there. Whatever mobile you have in India, we have like Airtel, Vodafone, like that. So they comes with not only voice but SMS, then data, all those things. Lots of customer recharge. So all those things can be controlled from IST. Next we have FSCD. I don't know the full form of FSCD, but it is used in insurance sector. Again, in insurance sector as well, lots of customers, lots of policy holders are there. Not only life insurance, there are general insurance like two-wheeler insurance, four-wheeler insurance, different property insurance, marine insurance. So whenever goods are transferred from one country to another country via ship, vessels, they take the insurance and all. So there also each policy holder can be created as a business partner, because and according to the due date, their policy premium payments, premium renewal, different things can be handled. Okay, so again, it's again here also different a lot of customers are there. So here also this FICA can be used. I'll show you once I open SAP. I'll show you what are the different modules are there which can use FICA. Okay, so across all these industries, only FICA is the module which remains the same. There can there can be in this industry, there can be A, B, C, then FICA. Here also we'll have X, Y, Z, then FICA. So if you learn FICA, you'll keep on. You can work in different industries. Okay, so here maybe 1, 2, 3, then FICA. So here different modules are there. The last module in the subledger will always be FICA, whatever industries I'm talking about. Okay, so for example, if you are talking about ISU utility, you have CRM, you have device management, you have billing, then FICA. Similarly, if I talk about SOM, if I talk about BRIM, you have subscription order management, you have convergent charging, you have convergent invoicing, then FICA. Now FICA is the only module, this is universal. So if you learn billing, you have to stick to ISU. because the billing engine of ISU is way different than the billing engine in BRIM. Similarly, in these industries I have never worked, they are also having, so telco is also part of BRIM. So similar to BRIM, I'll show you the differences. So here also SOM, CC, CI, FICA, and sometimes between SOM and CC we have a module called mediation, convergent mediation, CM. So I'll explain what these modules do from a PPT. So like that, all, so the calculation happens in the U column. Okay, device management, it tells how much electricity is consumed, how much gas is consumed. From that, the billing team creates the billing and runs the billing and invoicing. Then FICA takes care of the payment. Similarly, in BRIM also, the CC is the main, the module which calculates how much, what is the total subscription charge. Okay, so the rating and charging happens at CC. What is rating? Rating finds out how much, what is the total consumption. The calculation, the multiplication, everything happens in rating, and charging tells you which business partner to be sent invoice to. This amount after calculation, to whom this amount to be sent, that determination happens in charging. Okay, so like that, everything it goes to FICA. So before I move forward, let me show you, there is a PPT which will tell you the end-to-end flow in BRIM. Let me open that. So in BRIM, these are the mostly 4 modules where the calculation happens. So the first module is called subscription order management. Here, this order management, manage contract cycle. Order management means whenever the customer goes, from any e-commerce platform or from any website, say from LinkedIn, LinkedIn sends you a message, a person has visited your profile, do you want to know which this person is? You click on yes, then it takes you to the LinkedIn Premium. So from Premium you see different plans are there: golden plan, silver plan, diamond plan. Okay, so you choose a plan. Once you choose the plan, you enter the requisite like your mobile number, name, first name, last name, credit card details. For that, a order is generated. Subscription order management handles this part. Okay, then contract cycle, how say 12 months premium or 3 months plan, 5 months plan, that life cycle is determined here. What is the product and what is offered here? Say product is, you will get free job notifications, or maybe free learning course you can see from LinkedIn. So all those information will be mentioned there. Management of product catalog for services. So these information are stored in the SOM side. Then from the SOM, it goes to the next module, which is called CC. Sometimes in between, you can have something called mediation. Mediation zone. Mediation zone is needed, or convergent mediation is needed. CM is needed to send the data from SOM to CC. Okay. They can use without CM or with CM. I will not get into too details about that because that is not my module. My module comes right here. So just telling you the end-to-end flow. So in the SAP CC convergent charging, there can be different charge. First one is called one-time charge. Second one is called recurring charge, or third one is called the usage charge. So what is one-time charge? When you install a device, say I am applying for a Wi-Fi connection. Okay, so for the device, a one-time charge will be collected from me, say 1500 rupees for the router. Okay. Geo Fiber, I install Geo Fiber, I have to pay 1500 one-time charge. Recurring or the monthly charges, every month I have to pay 999, 999, 999, 999. This is the recurring charge. And now there can be some usage charge. Usage charge says, say every day I'll get 1 GB free. Beyond 1 GB per 500 MB,
Suparna, I have one question. Recurring means like occurrence, you mean? Similar like accrual?
accrual is different. Accrual is,
Okay.
you're talking about salaries and all. So I'll tell you that no. Recurring is different. Recurring is every month whatever is your consumption, whatever is your recurring charge, fixed amount. Okay, so every month you pay this much. Okay, so no calculation is required. You go for a 999 plan. Every month you keep on paying 999, 999, 999, or maybe 500 rupees, or maybe 1000 rupees. This is your recurring. No calculation needed. Usage charge, the third one, is where the calculation comes into the picture, because it says, say up to 1 GB it is whatever you have paid, that is covered. But beyond 1 GB, say for every 500 MB you have to pay 300 rupees. So now this usage, so one day your usage is higher, another day your usage is lower. All this complex calculation happens in CC via the usage. If you don't have any usage, you can skip the CC itself, or you can use any external charging engine. So by default, currently, if you buy BRIM, then all these four product comes. Earlier, back in the hybrid days, separate licensing were required, and the database were separate as well. Okay, right now these three are within the same database. Okay, so SOM, CI, FICA are in the single S4 HANA. CC is different. Okay, then we have rating and charging. I just told you, rating means what is that, the calculation happens in rating, and charging is for which business partner this amount will be there. Now once this calculation is done, bits are generated, billable items are generated, which are sent to SAP CI, and in SAP CI, processing of billable items received from CC system, the processing happens, which is also called enrichment, then billing happens, then invoicing happens, then the invoice hits FICA. That is open item. Accounts receivable open item is generated in FICA. Then from FICA, rest is managed, like open item management, payment processing, credit management, partner revenue sharing. A lot of other things are there. So this is how the data flows from one system to another system. Similarly, if I talk about ISU, this SOM is nothing but CRM. Okay, CRM, or we can also call it C4C, Cloud for Customer. This is customer relationship management. In ECC days we used to call CRM. Now in S4 days we call C4C. So SOM is similar to C4C. That is where the onboarding happens. If a customer moves in, welcome letter, move in, premise attachment, everything happens in the CRM side. Then this CC is similar to device management. Okay, in device management also we calculate. So see here, there is no one time, no recurring. Everything is usage, because the electricity bill is not fixed. This month your consumption is higher, next month your consumption will be lower. In the winters, our Indian homes consumption is lower because we don't run the AC, we don't run the fans. But in winter, in Western countries, they have higher consumption because they have to run the heaters. So similarly, in ISU, everything is usage based. So you must have device management. But in BRIM, you may skip CC. If you have only one time and recurring, no usage, then you can skip the CC part. Okay, so device management, where the calculation happens, that means how much electricity is consumed, how much gas is consumed via smart meter and all. So here the device management works, and here we have ISU billing engine. We have a module called ISU billing, which is equivalent to CI. Then FICA remains the same. Okay, so FICA will be the last module where the financial document is posted, but the upstream will be different types of business will be there. The open item calculation will be different, but the open item is posted into FICA. Okay, so here it can be one time, recurring, monthly, recurring, usage, etc. But here it will be always be usage. In public sector, it is also usage based, PSCD, because if your sales are higher, then your taxes will be higher. Every month the sales will not remain the same. Sometimes higher sales and higher tax, lower sales and lower tax. So again, there will be some, since I have not worked, there has to be some other module which takes care of this calculation. But ultimately the posting happens into FICA, and from FICA it goes to FICO. Okay, this is the last module, because I told you it is a subledger. So if you stop here, the balance sheet will not be hit. the corporate team will say, okay, how much revenue is posted, how much payment is posted, you must send it to me. Unless you send me, then we will they will not record it in the financial side, in the balance sheet or in the profit and loss. So everything must be sent. And since FICA is integrated with CI and FICO, this integration I will also show. Okay, CI integration with FICA, FICA to FI integration, FICA to CO integration. Okay, so since I have exposure in these two modules only, BRIM and ISU, that's why I can tell what are the different modules. But in TRM, okay, telco also does the same. IST, same module. Some CC in telco, CM is used heavily. So these many modules are there. Insurance, again, I did not work, so I don't know. But FICA is the last module where the financial posting happens, and from there it goes to FICO.
So,
Okay.
for this one-time charge also, it will flow from SOM to CC, right? For creating billable item.
If you do not, you can use, I mean, CC will be there, but CC's usage will be less, very less. Okay, one-time charge you can escape, you can skip CC. One-time charge, recurring charge, you can skip. Okay, one-time charge you can skip CC, directly you can send. I think for recurring CC is needed, but one-time charge you can directly send from SOM to CI. Currently we are doing this way. For one-time charges, it is coming from SOM to CI, not via CC. Different
Okay, so this
config is there.
billable item is created directly when it flow from SOM to CI.
Yes. Okay,
Right?
and yes, correct. And this billable
And
item
in this
can be.
CC, we can do means complex calculation. For example, this usage charge, in usage charge, if they have different variation, that okay, if means for example, if you use 40% of something, then we will charge, or if you charge 20%. So such type of things can be done in the CC itself, right?
CC, yes. They have decision tree. In that decision tree, if else conditions are there, from that they can do it. Okay, CC is a separate box. It's not within, I mean, it's a SAP, but it is, if you have seen, it's a Java based platform. It is not, SAP is GUI. It does not use the SAP GUI. There this calculation happens. So CC doesn't require an ABAP. Everything is configurable within CC. No, I mean, a CC consultant has to be functional. There is no coding and all. So everything has to be configured. Rate plan, charts, product catalog, everything is configured there. Okay, and if you don't use CC, this billable item you can integrate with the third-party charging engine. If you have a separate third-party charging engine, from SOM sends to third-party charging engine, from the third-party charging engine it goes to CI. It can also happen like that. Okay, but it is advisable because CC is an SAP's own product, so any issue they will handle via OSS. I mean, they will take care of the problems. Okay. Any question about these different modules?
In this module, only public cloud or something it is implementing anything in S/4HANA, or only on-premise only it is until right now it is available.
Public cloud I have not seen. Mostly, yeah, public cloud only I have seen. I have not seen private yet. I have seen on-prem. I have seen hybrid module as well. On-prem and GUI based. On-prem and cloud based. Both are available.
Cloud base also is available.
Yes, only cloud based I have never seen. Only cloud based. That is, there is no GUI. I have worked into a project in PwC that was only public cloud. I mean, that they did not have any SPR or did not have any GUI. Okay, so we have a separate app called Manage Your Solution, which is like SPRO with limited nodes and
CC also functional or technically this one CC?
Functional.
Functional?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Any other question?
In SAP CA, so what is the billing and invoicing and invoice creation? These both all these are same, right?
No. Billing and invoicing are separate. Billing is like, say you go to a restaurant, 5 people, you eat some food. Okay, so total bill comes like 500 rupees. Just giving an example. So this is the bill amount. Invoicing will have some additional feature like that. On top of that, some taxes will be added, some discount will be there. Okay, so after that you will get the invoice. So billing is a pure consumption, nothing is there, only consumption. But when it becomes an invoice, taxes, deductions, everything is adjusted. Like last year, say last month, you have some excess payment. Okay, so that excess payment is also adjusted in the invoice. So invoice will have, apart from consumption, everything is adjusted along with consumption. Sorry, not apart from consumption, additional features, additional things are also adjusted. Then the invoice is, the PDF is generated. Invoice. Two separate T codes are there. Two separate processes are there. Billing and invoicing.
Okay.
Okay. Now let's. If there is no more question, I'll go to the system and we'll start the configuration. So we'll have both. We have BRIM system. Some of you have taken the BRIM system. Some of you have taken the ISU system. So I'll do all the configuration into ISU system because it is 95% it is same. Wherever there are changes, I'll open the S4 system and I'll show you the changes. Okay. In FICA side, there is no changes. Everything remains the same in ISU versus BRIM or ECC versus S4. The changes, whenever there are changes, I'll open the S4 server and there I'll show you the changes. So whoever has taken whatever system, I will encourage you to practice in that system only. Okay, Amit, are you using your system? I just need to log into your system. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just logging off. Just wait. You can log in. You can log in
Yeah.
automatically to terminate. It's fine.
So this is the SAP initial screen, maybe for Pravalika. You have seen the SAP screen. You have worked a little bit in the SAP screen, right? Before.
Yes.
Okay.
At Go classes, 10 classes.
Okay. You did FICO classes. Good.
Yeah.
So okay. So from here, we will go to configure. This is the end user screen. So like in accounting module, they will do here. In FM SDMM module, they'll perform their activity from here. And for the consultant, there will be a T code called SPRO/O SPRO. Here we will configure everything. Click on SAP reference IMG. IMG stands for implementation guide. And here you will see different nodes are available. Say this is for controlling, this is for REFX, this is for SDMM. Okay, this is for FI, FSCM, like that. Different modules are available. So we will mostly go to FI and CO. Okay, here only we will go. So we'll start from the scratch. First, before I go, I have to create the enterprise structure. Okay, I have to create the organization structure, org structure into FI, because in absence of that, I cannot create the FICA config. So first, I'll go to the enterprise structure, and again, inside that, I'll go to the definition. Here I have financial accounting. Get inside of the financial accounting. The first enterprise structure I'm going to create is called company. Although company is not mandatory, but still I will just, to show you, I'll just create first config, which is called define company. Come here, click on new entry, and it's a 6-digit alphanumerical I mean thing. You can name it. So since today is 0903, or maybe, yeah, 0903, every batch whenever I start, I put the same name as the company and company code name. 0903 enterprise, just put a name here. Street, so maybe 208 Adams Corner, PO Box, postal code, city, country, US, language English, currency USD. Okay, so I have created the company. I'm going to save. It will ask for a transport request. Okay, so click on save. So maybe someone else is practice here. I'll create a new request and I'll put it FICA batch March 2024. So don't worry, whatever TR you use, because it will not go to other environment. It remains within the same environment. Okay, so I just get, okay, the initial 0 was ignored. So the company name is 903. Again, company is not required. Company code is required. Company code is mandatory. What is company code? Company code is that organization unit for which individual financial statements needs to be created. Financial statement means income statement or balance sheet or profit and loss account. So say if Tata Group has 3 company, Tata Consultancy Services, Tata Motors and Tata Steel, each company has to create their own company code because legally they are required to publish their financial statement. I need to know what is the revenue for TCS this quarter, what was the revenue for TCS last quarter. Similarly for Tata Motor, what is the revenue, what is the profit, for Tata Steel, what is the revenue, what is the profit. So that's why these company codes, individual balance sheet, individual financial statement is needed for this company, for this. So for whatever individual financial statements are needed, for that company code needs to be created. Okay, so our company, a company can be this. Okay, and it is not mandatory company creation, but company code creation is mandatory. So next I'm going to create company code. So come here, edit, copy, delete, check company code. Okay, so you can create the company code from scratch, but it will be a long process. It will eat up a lot of time. So I don't want to spend a lot of time in FI because I have to deep dive into FICA. So I am going to copy a company code. Okay, because again this part you don't have to create. The FI consultant will create the company. Sorry, the FI consultant will create all the FI org structure. Once all the FI and controlling org structure is ready, then your FICA consultant's activity comes into the picture. Okay, so since I am doing everything because I don't have a FI consultant here, so I am doing the FI and controlling part, FI and CO part, but this is not needed for you. So you
So,
also,
1 second. No. So 1 second. I know that it will consume too much time. So would you mind sharing if you have any documents so that I can practice making things
yes, I have a video.
by one?
I'll share the
Yes.
video. If you can refer to that
Yes.
video, if you want to create from scratch, you can go through. Okay.
Yes, because I wanted to do this.
Okay.
Thank
So
you.
yeah, no issue. But understand this is FI team's work. Okay. So that's why I'm just copying. So click on copy, delete, check company code. Okay. Select and click on choose, and you have a copy button here. Click on copy. And I'm going to copy from US template. For each country, there is a country template created. Since my company code is located in US, I'll just copy from US template, which is, see, you have country template for, okay, let it stop. See, we have different country template. This is for Russia, this is for Sweden. Okay, different country has their own template. Poland, like that. I am going to copy from US template, which is US01. US01 country template USA. So I'll choose the source company code, and there and here I'll paste the destination company code. My destination company code will be 0903. Okay, first time I'm entering, that means I'm asking the system whatever properties US01 has, just transfer everything into my company code, which is 0903. Okay, then you'll get a couple of pop-ups, just approve. Do you want to copy the GL account company code data? I say yes. I'll tell you what is GL account. Do you want to allocate a different local currency to target company code? My already the US01 has currency USD. I don't want to enter a different currency, so I click on no. That means I also want USD. My source company code also USD. My destination target company code also should have USD, because both of them are located in USD. Certain data was not copied, that's fine. So couple of check boxes you just need to click. So it is copying 0% of table, sorry, 0% of table copied. So it is now adding into my transport request. It will take some time. Some number ranges will be will not be transported. Okay, so my company code is now created. So come back now, go to edit company code, click on choose, and I'll look for my company code, which is 0903, and I'll just enter and I'll change it to 0903 enterprise. Okay, so I copied from US01. That's why the description of US01 was also copied. That is country template for US. So I changed it to 0903 enterprise. That is my company code. Now go to the address, and here you will put some address. Company 0903 enterprise. Why these addresses are needed? Because whenever whenever an invoice is printed, the addresses are copied from this in the lower part of the letterhead or in the upper part of the letterhead. Some company addresses needs to be printed, so all these are copied from here. I'll just put something street 50 208 Adams Corner. I think I mentioned house number 123, postal code is city, country, region, Pennsylvania. Okay, and save. Okay, company code is created. Next, come out of the definition, go to assignment in the financial accounting, then assign company code to company. So I have already created company and company code separately. Now I will tag them, I will link them together. Okay, so here I have company code, so I'll look for 0903 and I'll just assign my company. In the F4 I'll find my company, which is 903. Save. Okay, so let's understand few attributes. I cannot directly go to FICA. I need to spend some time and show you a couple of attributes here. So if I want to see the attributes of my company code, which is just copied from the template one, so go to /o oby6t code, and here look for our company code 0903. And here I need to explain a couple of things from my company code. So this is my company code, this is my country, that is my home branch where my company's head office is located. Currency is the which currency I'm going to use to publish my financial statement. I'm going to publish my financial statement, but my financial statement will be in which currency? USD, my home currency. Okay, my language key is English. Next, here I have chart of accounts. What is chart of account? Chart of account will have the list of GL accounts. So what is GL account? Whenever I'm going to post a financial transaction, I will need few accounts. To post a transaction, I need to debit one account, I need to credit one account, or it may happen I need to debit two account, I need to credit three account, like that. Multiple accounts needs to be debited or credited to book a transaction. Okay, so for example, when I post the invoice, my accounting entry will be customer debit and revenue credit. So for that, I need to have a GL account for customer, another GL account for revenue. Okay, so these are all GL account, general ledger account, and all those GL accounts are stored into the chart of account. Okay, so chart of account, how come this chart of account became CANA? Because I copied from the US01 company code, and here you see country template, Poland, Portugal, Russia, like that. CANA is for the chart of account of North America. Okay, CANA. CANA. Okay, chart of accounts North America. US01 had this chart of accounts. Since I copied, it also reflected into my my company code's chart of accounts. So CANA, so my company code will use a list of GL account, and the list of GL accounts are already created in the CANA chart of account. Okay, this is called operating chart of account. Similarly, there can be some country chart of account or a group chart of account. What is operating chart of account? Operating chart of account will contain all the list of all the chart of account will contain all the list of the GL accounts. The country chart of account is, sometimes it may happen that each, say a company has branches in India. Now in India, there are some specific GL accounts needed which is not needed elsewhere. For example, say in India, whenever taxes are paid, you have to pay CGST, SGST, IGST, UTGST. These GL accounts are only used in India. Say Swachh Bharat Cess. This GL account is only used in India. But the company has branches in other countries where this CGST, SGST is not needed. So for country specific reporting, I will need a specific customized GL account which are used in that country only. For that, we can assign a country specific chart of account. So here I'm not doing like a multinational company kind of thing. I'm not doing. Again, if that is done, that will be core FI. I don't want to get diverted into that area. And here I have assigned my company, which is 903. Then we have something called fiscal year variant. What is a fiscal year variant? Fiscal year will tell me when does my financial year start and when does my financial year end. So K4 means I'm using calendar year. Okay, so K4 is says calendar year. That means my financial year will start from January and on December. In India, financial year is V3. It starts from April, ends on March. Okay, in Australia, it is July to June. Their financial year starts from 1st July, ends on 30th June. In my Thailand project, I have seen it is V9. In Thailand, their financial year starts from 1st of October, ends on 30th September. Like that, different fiscal years are there. If required, another, say, February, one country requires February. I don't see a February, so there is a config where FI team will create the February specific, February to January, 1st February to 31st January, like that they can create financial year. Okay, so there is different nodes available. Let me quickly show you that.
One more thing, like it's the country specific or it can be a company specific as well, the financial year.
Financial year is country specific. Okay, whatever the country follows, wherever the head office of the company is located, it is bound to follow the same. Okay, so Reliance, as in Reliance, it is currently, this is Q4. Why Q4? Because Jan, Feb, March is the last quarter, fourth quarter. But for an American company, this is Q1. Okay, for Meta, it is Q1 because Jan, Feb, March is the first quarter. But in India, it is the fourth quarter. So it is country specific. The country where the head office is located of the company, it has to follow this.
Okay.
So how is it controlled? So it is under financial accounting new. Again, this will be done by the FI team. I'm just showing you. Okay. So here you'll see calendar year K4. You go to period text. It starts, one period is assigned to January. This is Germany. Just go down to see the English. First period is assigned to January, second period February, like that. Okay, I have less than 1 minute. But if I open V3, you'll see first period is given to April. Okay, so it starts from April and it ends on according